What's poppin'? It's your girl Jazzy J. How y'all doing today? Welcome to my channel. If you are new around here, welcome. If not, what is up, buttercup? Today is Sunday, which means it is my segment Dear Diary WTF, where I talk about literally anything and everything that I want to that comes to my mind. And if you guys have any suggestions, I suggest you go ahead and drop them down in the comments below and we can always talk about them. Today we're going to discuss the topic of perfection, but before that I wanted to introduce to you guys a little friend here. Surprise guest! Woo!
I am Kai. My vibrations are high, but I'm a hot mess, and don't ask me why. Stay tuned to find out, and enjoy.
Just so you guys know, Kai will be starting up her own YouTube channel as well. Plus, she also does have an Instagram, which I'm going to go ahead and link right here. So, and I will also drop that down in the description box below. So be sure to check that out.
Definitely.
But we might as well go ahead and get into it.
The idea of perfection, okay? Now, this is an idea that a lot of people have. I like to call these things a paradigm because it's like a template that everyone kind of holds in their mind, you know, and it's something that most people deem unachievable. And if something's unachievable, obviously you're kind of forever disconnected from it, correct? So there's obviously this idea that no one can ever be perfect. If that's not a self-esteem fucker, I don't know what is. You know, if that's not a self-esteem killer, I don't know what is. So let us get into how and why we disagree with the idea that nobody is perfect.
So basically, going into this idea of perfection, this is something that I've personally battled with. I'm sure you guys have personally battled with it, and Kai has definitely personally battled with it. I would say I want to start at motivational speakers, and this idea that everybody is always told that you are not perfect, which I understand that they want to motivate you, they want to bring you up, but at the same time, I feel like they don't actually do that. Just by saying that, I know a lot of people have just given up and stopped.
Exactly.
Because they're like, well, I'm not perfect, I'm never going to achieve this idea of perfection, which is subjective.
Subjective, yeah.
Which is subjective. And they're just, it's something that because I'm like, well, I'm not perfect, I'm not going to try, and I'm going to give up. Which I have done plenty of times myself, and just in school, in gymnastics, in things that I love like baking or my plants, just in simple everyday things where I'm just like, well, I'm not perfect, so why should I try?
Right.
And after a lot of thinking about this, when I say a lot, I mean like years of thinking, and there is no psychology degree behind this. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. This is all from personal experience. I've come to the conclusion that everybody is perfect at being themselves. There's nobody out there who's going to be more perfect than me. There's nobody out there who's going to be more perfect of Kai than Kai. There's nobody going to be a more perfect version of you than you. And I feel like that's going to open a can of worms that people don't really talk about, but it kind of needs to be talked about. So
let's open it. Let's open it. I love it. So when you were talking about you know, the idea of perfection being something that we don't necessarily strive for once we hear that, you know, there's no way that I'm gonna be perfect. That made me think about being a mother. I do have a 4-year-old, and there's this idea around parenting that there's no handbook, right? There's no way to know how to be the perfect parent. There's no way to know how to even be a good parent, how to succeed at parenting. And I would completely disagree, especially concerning this topic. If you are perfect at being yourself, and you pass that very ideology onto your child that they're perfect at being themselves, that creates a certain type of harmony. That creates a harmony within yourself. That creates a harmony within the child. And then the harmony can exist between the two of you. What else do you need? What else do you need other than that? Because that's why people say that there's no handbook, because, you know, Tyreek at school can be very different from Eric. And if you try to tell Tyreek's mom how to parent his child, or how to parent her child, but you've only ever dealt with Eric's type of, you know, personality and whatnot, then you're completely, you know, let's say the mother completely listens, then you're completely kind of alienating that child. You're having that child miss out on his own personality, on his own truth. He doesn't have the space to be himself. He doesn't have the space to discover himself, to master himself and be in harmony with himself, because you have given him a paradigm that only fits Eric. If we were more, if we felt more obligated to accept that everyone is perfect on their own, there'd be such a harmony that exists within the self, within our child, within everyone around us, that we wouldn't yearn for a handbook in the first place. There'd be no yearning for the handbook in the first, because that yearning for the handbook is really a yearning for mastery of the self. It's yearning for being able to be true to the self. Because if you're true to the self, know the self, master the self, what do you have space for other than your own truth? Then number one, nobody can lie to you. Nobody can give you a handbook and try to tell you how to do what you need to do. And, you know, when they tell you how to, when they try to tell you how to parent yourself and your child, you're already gonna know, you know, that, hey, I need to take, you know, full responsibility for mastery of the self, because if I don't, then I'm depriving myself of my own truth and my own mastery. There will be no yearning for the handbook. So as a parent, that really, really hits different when talking about the idea of perfection.
To kind of branch off to like another talking point on this, you are where you're supposed to be, wherever that is. Everybody goes through highs, everybody goes through lows. If you want to think in terms of money, you can think about yourself as the stock market, okay? You're going to have your high, you're going to have your low, but essentially, you're always going up. You're always going to be better than how you were yesterday, the day before. And it doesn't have to be like literally like you see exponentially going straight up. Like it could be something like, okay, now I'm a day older, I'm a day wiser, I'm a day something, I'm a day happier, I'm a day I have a lesson that I learned, or something like that. And it took me 23 years to learn that, and I'm still wrestling with that idea, because it's like, okay, but like, when is it gonna get better? When is it gonna, you know, what's gonna happen? You know, what are you gonna do? And I'm just like, but wait a minute, take a step back. First of all, I moved out my parents' place. I'm able to do my own taxes. I have budgeting. I'm able to budget very well. I have a good job. I have multiple different ways to make money, multiple streams of income, which I definitely talked about that. You guys should go check out that video. It'll be very helpful. Please do it, because this
now is not the time to have one to.
Yeah, but well, we're not gonna go there. But
yeah,
I'm like there. Even just today, I'm better than I was yesterday, because I'm baking and I'm learning new things. I made a cake, which I'm gonna have to have a new segment on my channel.
LMFAO
channel. I'm gonna have a new segment on my channel. It might be crazy cooking. It might be chaos cooking. It might be chaos baking. We'll figure that out. But you know, we'll see how that goes. But being off topic. This happens a lot. This happens a lot. But basically, I'm better than I was yesterday because I learned new information that I didn't know yesterday. So this idea that, no, I can never be perfect. Like, first of all, can you even measure perfection?
No, you can't. That's exactly why it's an unreachable source,
like,
an unreachable thing.
You don't even have a definitive start of where perfection is. I mean, just even like the beauty standard from country to country is going to be different. Like, you literally see those videos all the time off of different websites where I'm like, this is a beauty standard here, this is a beauty standard here, this is a beauty standard here, this is a beauty standard there. I'm like, none of these align with each other. So how in the world are you going to come up with this idea of perfection? It's like the idea of normality. It's not a thing. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Sis just went off.
Sorry.
That's literally what I was thinking when you're talking. I'm like, no, because literally the idea of perfection, there's no possible way for it to be the same. Let's say there's 10 people in a room and they all come from similar walks of life. They're the same, I mean, excuse me, don't even start with me, okay? They're the same race, they're the same socioeconomic class, they got like similar interests, they all have kids, they all don't have kids. Even those 10 people, you ask them what perfect is, they're going to have variations of that answer, even if their answers resemble each other. There's no way for there to be one idea of perfection. And ain't that the whole idea of perfect? Is it supposed to be one thing?
It's supposed to be one thing.
So, excuse me. Did we just debunk that? Because, it gets debunked.
Yeah, it doesn't make
any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Perfection, like striving for a perfection that isn't based on being the perfect version of yourself, being the best version of yourself. And when I think of the best version of yourself, I'm thinking of the version of yourself that's really in tune with the truth of you. If it's not based on that, then the hell is it? That's all I have to say. I don't know how else to put it. The hell is it? What is it? Because answer below in the comments if you can rebuttal that and make it make sense. Because I don't think it's gonna make sense. It's not gonna make sense because there's no idea of perfection that doesn't start with the self. Like I said, you put 10 people in a room that have very similar ideologies, very similar everything, they're still gonna have different ideas. So if those 10 people can't even come up with the same idea of perfection, why is there a singular, and it's like, there's not even a singular idea of perfection. It's just like this thing. It's just this word that's like up in the air. Perfection, perfection, perfection. This is perfect, this is perfect, this is. But nobody knows exactly what that is. And that's because nobody knows themselves. Nobody's really focused on the idea that they could just be perfect because they are them. Nobody can be a perfect version of you other than you. So you best figure that out if you're gonna talk to somebody about some perfection. And not let a motivational speaker tell you that you can just give up right now. Because it's basically what they're telling you. Is go ahead. It's really funny that they're a motivational speaker, but they're basically telling you to give up. I find that funny. They're supposed to be motivating you, I thought. So that was in the name of the thing. I just need to take a sip. I just need to take a sip. I thought they were supposed to be motivating you. Yet they're literally telling you to just go ahead and give up because you're never going to reach such a height that is this idea of perfection floating in the air. You're not gonna reach it. Go ahead and give up. The hell, I say once again, the hell. Why are you listening to them? You might as well go deep within the self and figure out what makes me me. What behaviors, what talents, what sources of emotional response towards others, what sources of connection with other people, what really makes me me, what makes me different than the next person, because we all have these human tendencies. What really truly sets me apart? Like, what's like, nobody can do this like I can do it. And once you do that perfectly, and what perfectly in this sense means to me is that there's a really deep sense of connection with that truth and not being able to be steered from it. Once you really figure that out and you don't allow yourself to be steered from it and kind of bullied because of it, because the world will bully you for who you are. I mean, we know that. We don't figure that one out. I take another sip. Once you really figure that out and you don't steer from that, to me, that's perfection of the self. And that brings me back to that harmony, you know, and then you're living every day striving to never be steered from it and to figure that out even more and more and more and more and more. And if everybody, what if everybody radiated that type of harmonic frequency? Because our biggest issue in this world, to me, is discord. You take any issue, you take it all the way up to the monetary system, to nuclear bombs, to you give me whatever issue you want. It's discord. It's discord. Lack of harmony. That's why I think they want everybody out of harmony. But you know, I'm gonna leave the conspiracy theories out of this.
To kind of like piggyback off of that idea. There we go, that one. That word right there. I'm glad you guys can understand. You had said something. I can't remember exactly what it was now. But essentially, this idea, I basically am going to give you guys a little bit of encouragement. You always have something to bring to the table. Always. I mean that quite literally in anything that you do. Like, for example, me, I'm a model. There are models that have been doing this for years longer than I have, for millennia longer than I have. I mean, models are, you can just date them back to as old as you can go. There has been somebody to represent something. So I'm like, well, why should I be a model? I'm just gonna plug myself right here. Here's my Instagram, so my modeling Instagram. You can go ahead and just plug that right there. A little self-promotion. Anyway, there is nobody who's going to be a model exactly like I am, which means there's always going to be something that I can bring to the table. There is nobody who is going to be able to sing. Yes, I sing exactly like I can. Means there's always something that I can bring to the table there. Just because somebody else can bake, somebody else can style hair, somebody else can do their makeup, somebody else can style fashion, somebody else can do math, somebody else can do whatever it is. Nobody's going to be able to do it. Nobody's going to be able to do it exactly like you are. So you might as well just go ahead and do it, because I guarantee you there's going to be somebody that's going to like your version of doing things. So you might as well just try. I mean, you go to the grocery store, and how many different types of bread are there? It's bread. Like, why do we have like 15 different?
Just thought of that.
Like, it's like 15 different types of bread. Obviously, you had multiple people think, well, I can sell bread. You had something to bring to the table, so why not add
and
more?
They did not say, oh my gosh, there's already so much bread here, let me not make my bread. No, they clearly made that shit.
And if you really feel like, okay, well, I guess I feel like I don't have anything to bread, we got potato bread. We got zucchini bread. We got pumpkin bread. We got apple bread. We got banana bread. We got the cinnamon roll bread that every black household has somewhere. They got that cinnamon bread right there. It's delicious, and especially toasted up, a little bit of butter spread on it. I'm vegan. I can't eat it, and so is Kai. But
oh gosh,
there's so many different types of bread. I'm like, if you can do that with bread, we're people. We're much more than bread. Like, I think you can bring something to the table, so you might as well be yourself, and you might as well go for it. If somebody doesn't like it, guess what? Okay, move on. Why is that?
That's simple.
Why would you let that?
Like 7 billion people in this bitch.
Right. Somebody's gonna like you. Somebody's gonna like you. Well, I mean, there are how many different YouTubers out here now? And yet I'm subscribed and religiously watch like 5-6 different people. And I'm a YouTuber myself, like, and I know all of those YouTubers are subscribed to different people that they like, and those YouTubers are subscribed to different people that I mean, you're always going to find support. There's always going to be somebody who likes you.
Because that just made me think of limitations. These are self-imposed limitations, or the limitations that we put on ourselves based on these ideas that we get about perfection. About what success looks like. Yeah, about what success looks like. Because we're thinking that things have to go a certain way. And these are nothing but... I was just gonna say weird. They're nothing but weird, kind of made up on the spot explanations for that idea of perfection that floats around and never gets touched and never gets fully explained, because it can't. So in reaction, you know, our minds process the things that we hear, right? And then we come up with some type of explanation for what we heard. So our explanation and our reaction to what we heard is a limit. It's a limit. We go ahead and we accept the limit and we place it on ourselves. Thereby we place it on everything around us. We create a whole, that's the idea of putting yourself in a box. That's the real idea of putting yourself in a box. There's a difference between knowing who you are and putting yourself in a box. When you put yourself in a box, you're in a box. It's limited. You can't get out of the box. But when you know who you are, you can't get stirred off that path of who you are. Two completely different things. Those limitations will keep you from making your bomb zucchini Italian herbal bread. Like, bro, what? It'll keep you from making some vegan bread. Like, can we get some vegan banana bread, please? Because she just made me hungry and there's no vegan banana bread. So can somebody just make it? But I bet you somebody's sitting there thinking, nobody's gonna eat this. I'm not gonna be able to make enough money off of this. It's not gonna be profitable, therefore it's going to whatever you tell yourself, you're right. Self-imposed limitations.
Might as well speak it into existence.
No zucchini Italian herb bread for me. Thank you very much. No vegan banana bread for me. Thank you. It's a sad case. It's a sad case. It's a sad world.
No, it's a sad world. Oh my gosh.
It's a hard knock life.
It's a hard knock life.
Because I'm just like, we all literally have these ideas that limit us from literally being our best selves. And I get it. I obviously get it, okay? You know, like food equals money. So, you know, it's kind of logical and smart to go for the thing that increases your chances of monetary success so you can freaking eat.
Did you say food equals money?
Yeah, in this, food food equals money. I meant money. Oh, wow, I mean food is equal. But I meant money equals food. God dang it. You guys get me. Okay? Food, money, same boat. Same boat. Okay? Alright? Okay? So I get it that you want to kind of focus. Yeah. I get it. I get the thing of focusing on the career, focusing on the monetary, aspect of success. But if you don't focus on your truth, damn, that's sad. Like I said earlier, it's not only a loss for you. It's like you're literally. This is what people talk about when. This is what people mean when they talk about people being like these robots. When someone calls someone else like a bot, because there's no soul there. It's just like artificial intelligence. It's just a meat suit operating off of. It's like a meat suit computer. It's a meat suit with a computer up here, and it's programmed with like software. And viruses get in there a lot of time. Viruses and malware get in there, and you have pop-ups. It's the pop-ups for me. It's the pop-ups for me.
I mean, being a woman in and of itself, we got 15 browsers already open, and all of them are frozen. So like,
and there's music coming from somewhere. I do enjoy the music.
We love using data.
How are we not supposed to use data? I mean, in my own phone, I'll be in the house and it still wants me to use data. Somebody get that metaphor, please. Anyone. Only 2 out of 80 people are going to get that metaphor.
Oh.
Anywho, vegan banana bread.
Stop.
Vegan banana bread is all we're at. No, but for real. For real. Oh my God, too much. Seriously, when you focus so much on what everyone else tells you is life, is reality, is truth, is perfection, is success, is health, and is wealth, where's the room for your input? Where's the room for yourself? Where's the room for you to be the perfect you and make that vegan banana bread? I'm sorry. I really want the vegan. I'm so sorry. Where's the room for you to make the vegan banana bread?
Y'all got a recipe, drop it in the comments.
Please.
Drop it in the comments.
Make room for yourself. Don't let no motivational quote, motivational speaker demotivate you from being your best self. Don't let them completely turn you off from the idea of self-mastery, because that's the real, it's self-mastery. When you master being your perfect you literally create. People talk about the life you desire, the dream life, this.
Why don't you go do it? Yeah.
They don't go do it because they have no idea what it is, and they are going to swear up and down that they have an idea of what it is, but that's 673 other people's idea of what it is. So then their entire soul space is clouded with that, so they're manifesting 673 other people's dream realities. How confusing is that? Oh my God.
How many people want to live in Bali? How many people want to live in Hawaii? How many people want to live on a beach and have $1 million? Oh, how many people want to live in Dubai? But it's not always going to happen, so you got to find your dream life
in here.
Yeah.
Because you have to take this with you everywhere you go.
Honestly,
that's the fucking kicker.
You should be able to live wherever.
That's the kicker. If you're upset and frustrated and kind of like miserable more than 35% of the day, you have an issue. You have an internal issue, because like I don't know, I picked the number 35, but if it's more than 35%, it's like you start to lose the ability to blame it on the outside world, because you're the only person that's going everywhere that you're going. You're the only person that's experiencing everything that you're experiencing the way that you're experiencing it. You're the only person that's... Do I need to stop there? When you're out of tune with your own perfection, because you think that perfection is something other than you, it's a fucking loss.
If y'all are having difficulty, I would highly suggest finding therapy or just talking to somebody about your problems or issues, or just if you have like a ball of yarn in your head right now and you just need somebody to help untangle it, just go ahead and untangle it. That might be the thing that you need to just set you on that right path. I mean, sometimes it takes time. It might take a day, it might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take more than years. I mean, you're never actually gonna go. But just so you guys know, I think I'm perfect. I think Kai is perfect, and I think all of y'all are perfect. And I don't think that you guys should hate on yourself for being yourself. I think you guys are all beautiful. I think you all have beautiful souls. I think you all are amazing people, and I'm very thankful that you guys follow me on this channel, and hopefully you guys bring more to my channel, because I think beautiful people are amazing. But don't ever discourage yourself. I know sometimes it might feel like you guys are we're berating you. We're not trying to do that. We're just trying to be like, you're not...
Nobody else gonna tell you the real and tell you in a roundabout way that you are perfection. And I value you for exactly what and who you are. I value you just like that. So, and I value every single soul here. So I need every single soul here for the betterment of themselves, the collective world, and me, to realize how perfect they are and really get on, or continue on if you're feeling discouraged. Get on if you haven't got on it. That track that leads you to your best self and your best life and all that you deserve, because you don't deserve anything less than that. And I feel like this world has done a damn good job of convincing you otherwise. And it's just not the truth. You are perfection. Make sure that you talk to yourself like you are. And don't let anyone else, talk to you like you're not.
Sometimes do it literally. Like literally stand in front of a mirror and be like, I'm perfect.
Boom. Thank you. You literally have to, and you might feel silly sometimes, you literally have to stand in front of the mirror. Or what I've done is recorded myself saying certain things to myself. You are worthy of health. You are worthy of loving self-discipline. You are made in perfection. These things, and if you record that on like a voice memo on your iPhone, and you just wake up and you play it, you do that for a week and tell me the difference. Come back and drop in the comments the difference that you see in your emotional responses to other people and to the events in your life.
You can always just go ahead and DM me on Instagram. Like, that's fine too.
Likewise, because we're always here, because we can't stand the idea of you thinking that you're not perfect. Can't stand it.
Especially Black women. Yeah, we're gonna go there.
We're gonna go there because it's, when I say they've done a darned It's not funny, but I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. They've done a darned job of telling you that you're striving for something other than yourself. Oh my God, ew. Ew. You? Am I looking at the same? You think you're supposed to be somebody? Sis. Go get you some bentonite clay and really get that skin pop, get that melanin pop, and go sit out in the sun. Go sit out in the sun and get that kit. Oh, some chapstick.
Some lotion, little baby oil.
Come on. Really nourish the melanin in your skin, and then go back in the mirror and nourish it from within. I'm sorry, the spirit came over me. Come on. Go and nourish the melanin in that skin, and then go in the mirror and nourish it from within, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You're perfect. That's it. That's it. That's all. And we just refuse to water it down. So, like, you know, like Jazzy said, you know, don't ever feel like we're just coming at you like, it's just a refusal to water down inner perfection. And the fact that every single person deserves it.
And tell the black men in your life to put on some lotion, especially on their feet. Crusty.
And tell them to get their manicures and pedicures.
Oh,
and that it's not an issue.
No, it's
you letting them stick their fingers in.
It's not. It's not.
But they didn't get a manicure. Nourish it from within.
Okay, that's pretty much all we have for this video. I hope you guys like this. I feel like it might have gotten a little bit ranty, but you know, hey, that's what happens on this channel. It's okay. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, or you have any suggestions, go ahead and drop that down in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and link my Instagram right here. If you guys ever want to reach out, please feel free to do that. At some point, I might get another email so that you guys can email me separately if you guys have anything else. I don't have that at the moment. Don't forget that I'm going to go ahead and link my modeling Instagram, and I'm going to link Kai's Instagram down in the description box below so that you guys can always follow both of us on that. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that you guys can, well, become a bigger part of this family. Or if you don't have, I don't have an idea of what this little thing is called, so if you guys have an idea for the group following, fine, go ahead.
The community.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. Oh, share this video. Make sure that it gets out to the world, because I would love to be able to get out to everywhere and be able to share this word. And of course, you know, I love acting stupid, and I will be eating a lot more on this channel, so it's gonna kind of turn into like a mukbang-ish channel. Not that I'm gonna specifically like eat all the time. It's just gonna like, but you know, you'll get it.
Sit here.
Turn on the notifications so that you know when I post another video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.